He pushed my grandpa down the stairs, so I made every step in his life a trap. Have you ever felt completely powerless, watching someone you love get hurt, while the person who caused it walks around like nothing happened? Yeah, that was me. My grandpa, he was my rock, the strongest guy I knew, always cracking jokes, making me laugh, telling the best stories. But then, everything changed one afternoon. He fell down the stairs. Not because he slipped, no way. I saw it happen. The neighbor Mark, that jerk with the permanent scowl, pushed him. Straight up shoved him down the stairs. I was carrying groceries for Grandpa when I caught Mark mid-shove. Grandpa tumbled, barely catching the railing, but he still went down 3 steps hard. Lucky for him, no broken bones. But it shook him, and me. Mark, he just shrugged and said it was an accident. He should watch where he's going, he said like a total monster. Police didn't care, said there wasn't enough proof. Classic. So I made a promise right there. I'm not going to let this slide. Not like this. Now, I'm not some action hero or anything. I'm just a regular girl. But I had a plan. And it all started with Mark's own house, that ancient, creaky place he calls home. See, Mark loves his stairs. He rushes up and down like he's in a race. Always in a hurry, always angry. Perfect target. Step 1, the handrails. I loosened them just enough so they looked fine but could totally give out if grabbed hard. Then, I sprinkled some fine sand on a few steps where he always stepped, making it slippery, but not in a way you'd notice unless you're paying attention. Next, I replaced some light bulbs near the stairs with dimmer ones. Mark is not exactly the brightest bulb himself, so poor lighting on the stairs, classic recipe for disaster. I also left a tiny toy spider right where he'd step, because why not add a little harmless jump scare? He's a tough guy until there's a spider involved. At first, Mark started freaking out. He kept muttering about cursed stairs and how things just don't feel right in his house. His friends started avoiding him, saying his place felt creepy. I almost felt bad. Almost. One evening, I was hiding nearby, not stalking, just being extra cautious, when I saw Mark zooming down the stairs after a phone call. He didn't notice the handrail gave way when he grabbed it. His foot hit the sandy step, and bam! He went down like a sack of potatoes. I won't lie, I laughed. Not in a mean way. More like that you totally deserved it kind of laugh. Mark lay there groaning, rubbing his leg like a toddler who just fell off a swing. I'm pretty sure he even shouted, "Why stairs? Why now?" Like it was a personal attack. The next few days, comedy gold. He tripped on the stairs multiple times. Once, he actually fell face first into a laundry basket. Seriously, who keeps laundry baskets in the middle of the hallway? Apparently, Mark does. But I didn't stop there. Oh no, the fun was just beginning. I lightly messed with his car brakes, just enough to make his morning drives feel like a roller coaster, but not dangerous enough to get him hurt. The first time his car jolted to a stop at a red light, he screamed so loud I thought the whole neighborhood would hear. Then, I mailed anonymous letters to his boss and neighbors, spilling some of his not-so-great secrets. Nothing huge, just enough to make people raise eyebrows and whisper. Mark went from Mr. Angry to Mr. Lonely real quick. His confidence shattered. The guy who pushed my grandpa now spent his days looking over his shoulder, jumping at every little noise. One time I caught him pacing in his kitchen, looking like a cat stuck in a bathtub, awkward and panicked. That's when I knew my plan was working perfectly. Now, I'm not proud of turning into this sneaky mastermind, but honestly, sometimes justice isn't about calling the cops or waiting for the law. Sometimes you have to get creative.